What are these wounds that you talk about, and how do they sort of prevent our deep relationship with Jesus or get in the way of it?
Yeah, starting with the original sin, there's an original wound, right? The sin is they're listening to the father of lies and the separation. But the wound is now they're cut off from the relationship that sustained them. They're cut off from that intimacy, and not only with God, but with each other, right? They begin to cover each other. And so right from the very beginning, we hear things like fear and shame, right? They're afraid, and they're naked, and they were filled with shame.
Wow. I never made that connection, but yeah.
Yeah, and then abandoned, right? Because they're now cut off from the life, the intimacy, and rejection. Even though God hasn't rejected them, they probably think he's going to reject them. Why else are they hiding, right? That he's coming to look for them, to love them, but they're in a place of shame, so they're feeling rejected. Hopelessness.
That's profound. I mean, what I meant when I said I'd not made that connection is, sometimes you hear this language of wounds getting in the way of our relationship with Christ, and you think, well, maybe this is something of a new thing. Yeah. We're sort of like looking at faith through the lens of psychology, and we shouldn't be doing that. But as you say, like right there in the first few chapters, you've got fear, shame, abandonment, loneliness, hopelessness.
Yeah, and all the way through Scripture, even though nobody highlights and says this is a wound, you see it all the way through. I mean, think of
Jacob and Esau.
Yeah, think of Jacob, and think of what we're reading in the daily readings now at Mass, and David and his sons, and Absalom and Tamar. I mean, talk about incredible wounds. In fact, I use that story in Be Restored as that interaction between Amnon, who raped his sister Tamar, and she had to experience the depths of every one of those wounds. And she speaks about them even in that brief encounter, but it's all the way through. It's in, if you have eyes to see it, it's all the way through the Scripture.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below letting us know what you thought about the video.